All right, y'all. We alive. We alive in full effect. Come on in. Come on in. We're going to get into this Epstein, newly released Epstein files. The
Let's
names
get
that
it.
was mentioned in there: Jay-Z, Pusha-T, Harvey Weinstein, and a lot more other people was mentioned in there. So we're gonna get into it. We're gonna talk about this. We knew the files was on their way out, but we didn't know how. What was what the files entail, as far as you know. As far as the names being mentioned in it, and like we didn't really know these names was gonna be mentioned in there. Harvey Weinstein, we knew he was friends with Epstein. We knew he was friends with Epstein, but
Right.
they loosely mentioning these people in there, like Jay Z, the Pusha T's, the Harvey Weinsteins, and shit like that. So we gonna get into it, man. It's right now. It's a hot topic all over the internet right now with these figures being in the Epstein files. So we
Mm-hmm.
gonna get into it. We got Bill Gates in there, which we gonna be going live on Night and Day Network LLC. So make sure y'all subscribe there, because that's where we're gonna be going live about the other topics and the other figures and the other things that's in the Epstein files. So if y'all haven't, make sure y'all subscribe to Night and Day Network LLC. That's our main channel. That's our big channel. So we will be going live over there. You see David Copperfield name in there. You got
Right.
Bill Gates. You got
William
Jay-Z,
Barr,
William Barr in there. I seen Jamie
Secretary.
Foxx and them name in there. But a
Right.
lot of these people they mentioned was mostly people that was at like events and parties and stuff like that. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So it's don't necessarily mean these people are guilty of anything, but just the fact that their name is in the media
Well,
along Epstein is gonna hurt their brand regardless. Because
well,
that's
it
what
was
it's
some
about.
freaky things in one of those Jones that said that
Yeah.
Jay-Z and Epstein and
Which we about to get
doing some
into. Yep.
freaky things. So I mean, person claimed that they were drugged. So that's a whole nother
Yeah.
story right there, as
And the
far as
thing is,
criminal activities.
yeah, right.
But I
And
don't
the
trust
thing
any of these
is,
files, to tell you the truth, because all those files are still in the hands of the enemy. And we gotta realize the government ain't gonna arrest themselves, and a lot of people whose names in those files is from the
right.
government. So they ain't gonna. So we know they could just doctor up anything. Anybody they want to get rid of, they put their name, and they could easily add their name into those files. We gotta think about that now. And even if they release videos or audios, you don't even know if those are doctored up or not. You don't even know if those are doctored up. So they can set anybody up. They can have anybody name up in those files at this point. Anyone that they don't
Yeah, they
like, they can
definitely
put up
can.
in those files.
Yeah.
Like you gotta
Yeah,
think
that's how
about we
right
gotta
now,
think
that's
about
how
what's
it
going
is.
on out here. They got the technology to fake audio and video. We see that with AI. And they got even better AI than they letting everybody else use.
Yeah.
So we don't even know what they're doing. All we know is that a lot of powerful people is involved. And when there's a lot of powerful people who's basically untouchable due to so-called national security, you already know those names that never get mentioned, and the
Right.
names that they want to get mentioned are people that's disposable to them,
Yeah. Facts.
or they
Yeah,
just
but why
change their identity.
why ain't nobody going all these names being mentioned, nobody going to jail? Like, why ain't nobody going to jail?
There it is. That's
You know
the
what I'm
big
saying?
question right
Like,
there.
why isn't no one going to jail?
We
Is my
said
thing.
powerful people. That's
Powerful
what it's
impact.
powerful
Boom from
people.
the cannon. No bragging. Just another word to imagine. All right, so we
And
gonna get
mind you, this is just power that the people gave them. This is power that they basically stole away from the people due to the people's ignorance of letting the government take charge to the point where they just fared as like gods or whatnot. Because
yeah,
obviously they fared like gods if they able to do the heinous things that they did and be able to get away with it. Because their
right.
names been out there for a while. Now the files are being released with people names doing freaky stuff and nobody
Yeah,
went to jail for it.
right. Right, 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 right.
It's the
All right,
people's
so
fault at this point. We trusting them. We trusting the people who actually committed the crimes. We trusted them to arrest themselves. That don't
right,
make no sense to me.
right. So make sure y'all double tap the screen and like this video and share this live stream out. Let people know we live. Matter of fact, let me do one
We
more
stupid.
share
We
real quick.
stupid, y'all.
Let me share this one more time on x.com.
We stupid.
Um,
I just feel like we just completely stupid. We all sitting back complaining why nobody going to jail, but the people who's supposed to be locking them up are the people who committed the crime. They're not going to slap the cuffs on themselves and walk themselves into the jail cell. They not going.
yeah.
They
So
just not going to do that.
is it up to the people?
It's up to the people at this point. Yeah,
All
there's
right,
nothing
let me do.
left. The government. You can't depend on the government to lock up the government.
Right, right. Yo,
That's like yeah, you can't depend on that. You can't
right,
depend on the government to lock itself up. It's not happening.
right. Shout
It's
out to
like
y'all that just coming in. Please double tap the screen, like this video, because we're gonna get this thing in the algorithm. All right, let's go ahead and get file real quick so I can read this file off to y'all real quick. Hold on, gotta pull this. All right, so these files was released yesterday. I think they released over 3 million something files. So it's a lot to go through.
3 million files.
Yeah, that don't make sense, right? All right, so Epstein. So this is based off of. All right, so this is the insert. This is the file right here. All right, so it says on 07/10/2019 at 8:20 Eastern time. They did a lot of redacting, so I gotta read it according to what's there. They didn't blanked out a lot of things. So it said they blank called FBI National Threat Operations Center to identify herself as a victim of sex abuse by Jeffrey Epstein and others. Blank provided the following information: in approximately 1994, blank as past victim of sex abuse by Epstein. Described. See, they got a lot of redaction going on here. All right, so it says blank described the abuse that occurred during a party. It says blank further identified as a friend of blank. So I don't, man, why did you leave the names there, man? In approximately 1996, blank released blank reside with blank as unknown man abducted blank from from a home which later awoken presence of Harvey Weinstein and Sean Carter Jay-Z while Weinstein had inserted his fingers into blank. Blank believed she was at the Epstein mansions in Florida. It says blank estimated that she was abducted on 7 occasions, awakening each time indoor setting, suffering from sex abuse on multiple of those occasions in which Epstein participated. Blank recalled Leon Black and William Barr, current United States Attorney General, being present during some of the occasion and abuse. In approximately 2006, uh,
Did you hear
last
that,
recall,
bro? Did you
yeah,
hear that? William Barr,
William
the
Barr,
United States.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, the state attorney was there, yeah,
the attorney general. You see, when we say powerful people that's not going to arrest themselves,
right, right, key point right there, facts. Last recall being abused by Epstein. All right, let me go to the next page. Let me see if I can pull
these
the next
people are
page
not
up.
going to arrest themselves, y'all. This is just not going to happen. And the thing is, you can't
All
even
right,
trust this. You can't even
right.
trust these files. You don't know
Well, yeah, we
what
just
they
yeah,
doctored.
right,
You don't know
right. We
what
don't know
they
what they
left in. You
doctored
don't
up.
know what they added. But we
All
know
right,
at
so
this point, I feel like they all corrupt. Everybody in the United States government is corrupt now.
each occasion, Blank believed she was drugged, uh, clouding her memory, and attributed to the drugging frequently performed by an assigned handlers, whom described persons who described friendships with victims. Among her handlers, Blank identified artist Pusha-T in approximately 2007, attended a party following an invitation from unknown man approached her while she was walking down the street. Weinstein and Pusha-T also attended the party and drugged her before engaging in sexual abuse. Blank claimed to have additional information of other persons involved in the enterprise and the information related to the racketeering and conducted in the support of trafficking, further believing she was under surveillance and stalked at the direction of the people involved in the sex abuse. Blank confirmed she was not diagnosed with mental illness. Blank refuses to provide her physical address advising that she maintain a permanent address rather than move between staying at different hotels. So she basically was on a run. This information she was relaying to the people that's not going to arrest themselves. Basically, the people she reported this to is people that's going to be protected anyway. Um, even the FBI director was, wasn't he didn't even want to put these files out because he was basically probably black allegedly blackmailed himself. A lot of these people that supposedly could do something about it been blackmailed, including Congress. We believe, like we said before, that Congress has been blackmailed. That's why they was unable to basically, involve themselves in the releasing of DOJ, putting the pressure on them to release the files. DOJ basically told Congress they ain't got no say so, and that ain't even how it's supposed to go. Like they supposed to get approval from Congress and all that, but I guess they wasn't strong enough. A lot of them, like we said, is probably, got blackmailed. It's on that list. So yeah, so this situation is crazy. Let me do this real quick.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy because we still sitting back waiting for them to arrest themselves. That's what's crazy about it. We complaining, we sitting back complaining that nobody went to jail, but the people who's supposed to take them to jail are the people who committed the crimes. I don't even. I still don't see how we don't see. I can't see why we can't see. Like, I don't know why these questions that keep being asked. We ask these questions over and over. To jail. Why nobody went to jail? Because the people who are supposed to go to jail for doing this stuff are the people who committed the stuff. They're not going to go to jail. Is this thing happening? This not happening. And like some people were saying, Epstein might not even be dead. They could just easily change his identity or put him somewhere else. Just keep him out of the media and keep him out of the public. They could easily do that. These people got infinite money. And if it really came down to it, they could even change the man's appearance.
That's
They got
true.
surgeries. They got surgeries to actually change someone's whole face to have a whole different identity.
Yeah, that's a fact.
So he might not. He Epstein could still be walking out there, and nobody even know it's Epstein. So I don't
And
even
they
understand
damn
why we
and they
still
damn
sitting back
sure
in
and
this
they damn sure
games.
got the resources and the resources to do make that happen. I mean,
Fact.
you working for an intelligence agency, you got nonstop resources. Yeah, I mean, endless resources. You know what I mean? So these the people that supposedly had followed Jay-Z after that was all announced in the media. A lot of his people started unfollowing him on his page. I guess they trying to separate themselves because they brand is attached to his, attached to, surrounding him. So it seemed like a lot of people are starting to detach themselves because they don't want their brand involved with getting mixed up in this. So people who no longer follow Jay-Z on Instagram, Rihanna, Kim Kardashian, Miss Tina knows. I was shocked because she always advocating for her her son-in-law. Kelly Rowland, Apple Music, NFL, they all basically removed themselves from following Jay Z on Instagram. So it seems like they starting to separate themselves because they don't want their brand attached to him while his name is in the media, associated with Epstein and Weinstein, which is crazy. Yeah, I know. That's what I was thinking, Bucks. Miss Tina knows. I'm like that. I was shocked that she ain't following. I'm like, she always, taking up for her son-in-law. It's crazy. Yeah, so it seemed like
Now, mind you, they've been trying to get Jay for a minute now.
they need a reason to take him down like they did Diddy.
So
I
how
mean,
we know they just didn't add his name to these files? That's what I'm saying. The
but listen, but you
the
gotta think
files
about
are
it
in the
though.
hand of the wicked.
But you gotta think about this. Even if he didn't do nothing, he's at a function where Weinstein and them is at. That's just enough right
Nah,
there.
nah, nah.
You know what I mean?
No,
Yeah.
I'm just nah. That's not. That's yeah. I understand that aspect of it, but I'm also talking about how they using these files to set certain people up that they just trying to take out the game.
Yeah, if you a billionaire, you black and you a billionaire, and it ain't really about color, but these people that have been gatekeeping certain parts of the black community, brown community, they no longer, their services no longer needed because artificial intelligence is taking over. These guys is no longer needed. So any way they could get these people out the way, they gonna try to do it. And I'm pretty sure they know that. Like after they seen Diddy go down, a lot of them scatter like roaches. Like strike Diddy and the rest of the people are scattered. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you already know what they trying to do. We ain't stupid. Y'all know what they trying to do.
Well,
These
people
people know.
storm in the house to get the massa. All the massa going to do is throw the house nigga in between them.
Right. All right, shout out the low limited player for the super chat, bro. It said, do you think they running a play? All these presidents and staff who knew all about this prior and did nothing. All of them guilty. I agree. Yeah, they all did know prior. Oh, they all. I mean, Epstein been in the game since the '80s. So
Even
they are.
before that,
Yeah,
even
right.
before that,
But when he started getting this really popping and moving
yeah,
up, it
getting
was
it
like
popping in the '80s
throughout
and
the
'90s.
80s and 90s.
Fact.
So they already knew who he was. Like he was recruited anyway. So they already knew who he was. They dug into his background. They realized where he come from. They already knew that. They already know that. A lot of these people that's associated with, Epstein, that a lot of them probably didn't, like a lot of other people probably didn't know because
Yeah,
the lower tier don't know what the topper tier is doing. They make sure they keep that low. Those tiers that you see on the pyramid, they make sure they keep those distinct from the other ones, so people on each tier doesn't know what the top tier is doing. So they
it's a
definitely keep that
pyramid
up.
scheme.
Yeah, it's a pyramid scheme. They definitely make sure that whatever tier you on, you just know what's going on that tier. You ain't gonna know what the tier above you is doing and the tier above that is doing. You might get wind. You might get wind of things because a lot of the things that come out, we in the public, we get winds of it because whistleblowers and people within the inside exposing shit like that. And then they like to sneak shit in movies and TV shows, and they like to throw a lot of that symbolism up in there. And if you could catch it, only if you can catch it, then you would know what it all mean, what the symbolism and all that mean. But far as with Jay-Z, him being one of the gatekeepers of the black community, black and brown community, um,
One they
like
don't need no more.
yeah, like we said, the same media that builds you up is gonna be the same media that destroys you. They make sure of
Bill
that,
Cosby, R.
right?
Kelly.
But they still throwing Bill name in there. Bill was just in the media the other day. They try to lie and said Bill admitted that he drug women. Bill ain't never admit that shit. They just
He
threw his
kept
name in the
extra
media.
prescriptions. They said the
Yeah,
nigga got extra prescriptions out just to drug women.
yeah. They man,
He made sure he had extra prescriptions on deck.
they're talking about a time where they're talking about a time where everybody was doing drugs around that time. Quaaludes and
Right,
roofies and all that shit being put
right.
in drinks. Like that shit been going
They
on.
were
Like
putting it in
Spanish
their
Fly.
own drinks.
Yeah, like Spanish. They talking about a time where that shit was popping like that. So how they want to try to bring that time to speed that up and make that, a thing in the future where like to make it look like Bill was just drugging bitches out of nowhere. That was what the fuck they been doing back then. They been doing that. They been putting shit in drinks and
Well, you
drinking
know,
it. Like, you know what I'm saying? They try to get them for some shit from 60 years ago and shit like that, like 30
when
years ago.
Massa is under attack, he just throws the house nigga in between it. He makes
Right.
sure the house nigga absorb all the lickings.
Facts.
Massa ain't gonna sit there and take the lickings himself. He gonna put a Jay-Z or a Bill Cosby or R. Kelly in between them. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? He'd feed y'all that. The system will feed y'all those niggas all day. They feed you a Jay-Z, a Pusha-T, a Bill
Yeah. A
Cosby, a Chris
Weinstein and all them
Tucker, or
niggas. Yeah.
yeah, they feed you them. They feed you them easily, but you ain't gonna never get the other ones.
And they even feeding us Bill Gates. Like we gonna get into that too. We gonna get into the sit down with Bill Gates and Melinda. I mean Melinda Gates and Gail King interview. We're gonna go through that shit and pick that shit apart, see what the fuck they talking about on there. Um, we
Right,
gonna get
Cactus. You right, Cat. Is it Cactus said? Isn't it sad? This point, we can just assume all of Hollywood, the politicians, and half the music industry are dirty. Yeah,
I would say
a
this.
big
It's a
percentage.
dirty. Yeah, I would say that it's a dirty business and a dirty game. I wouldn't say everybody is dirty, but they might have witnessed other people being dirty and just not say anything, even though
Nah,
they
that's
can be.
BS, bro. Cause if you in a dirty game, you bound to get dirty.
Yeah,
Even if you
but
clean
I'm
yourself,
thinking.
even if you clean yourself, you gonna get dirty again.
Yeah, but
It's a
I'm
dirty
thinking.
business.
Yeah, the dirty. That's what I'm saying. Like more so, this a dirty business. Politics, Hollywood, corporation. All that shit is a dirty business. It's
Yeah,
cutthroat. It's cutthroat and it's dirty. And a lot of
and
these
his
people
Epstein
we
shit is scripted.
yeah, the Epstein shit
I don't
is
care what anybody say. This is my
yeah, they
opinion.
yeah,
Y'all
because
could call me a conspiracy theory if y'all want, conspiracy theorist if y'all want. But I feel like all this Epstein shit is scripted. That's why nobody. That's another reason why nobody's going to jail because the shit is scripted.
and Epstein
And
is
it's stuff
dead.
that really happened. Don't I ain't saying that they ain't really doing all the wicked things that those they are, but
Yeah,
it's scripted in a way to how they're releasing it, how they releasing the names in the media, how they acting funny with the files, and yet all of the when they do release the
right.
files, it's like a million things blotted out. Yeah, I mean, you got three
Yeah, all
million.
that redaction,
Yeah,
right,
you got 3 million files, and 85% of it is redacted and
right.
shit.
Yeah, a lot of this shit is
You know what I'm
redacted.
saying?
It's
Like you don't
crazy,
even
bro.
know. It's just a
Right,
bunch of filler. You only getting a bunch of filler. You don't even know the names. You don't know actually what they did. It's
right.
just a bunch of nothing.
It's a bunch of filler.
It's a bunch of
Facts.
nut, and then they put names in there that they want to clear off the board that they don't want around
Yeah,
anymore. Niggas like Jay-Z's and Pusha-T's and all of them. They done with them, and they fed up with Bill Gates too because he's always promising something that he can't deliver to the elite, the
that's a
so-called
fact.
elite. So they ready to get him up out of there.
Yeah, yeah,
They don't
yeah.
even give shit about him no more.
No,
So they
and,
only feeding us the names
and
of the
the thing
people they
is,
want to get rid of. Because they control it all.
right. And the thing is, a nigga like Elon, he's his own man, so they can't really throw him under the bus like that because he's his own man. So I,
Oh,
because
he's important for the future.
yeah, so I see
He's there to take
they're
Bill Gates' spot.
they're still trying to associate Elon Musk with Epstein because Elon wanted to go to one of the parties on the island and shit like that, and they basically curved him. They curved Elon because they said he said he was like a weirdo and shit. So they ain't really want him around like that. But I
They ain't
just think
want him around because Elon probably would have told on him.
right,
Elon would have got some surveillance and shit. And
right,
next thing you know, Elon would have been blackmailing all of them.
right. Yeah, they basically didn't trust him.
And he represents the futuristic technocrats. Like
Yeah,
he's here to bring this digital stuff to a whole new level with the
right.
Neuralink and the self-driving cars and the SpaceX programs and all the surveillance programs that do that SpaceX shit that they ain't telling us about. Like
Yeah,
he's on a whole nother. He's there to replace Bill Gates. Let's just put it like that. That's why Elon. It seemed like he's being spared as far as all this, and then Bill Gates' name is all over the Epstein
yeah,
files
yeah,
with his
yeah. So you
pictures and all that. So they ready to replace.
could
They
replace
done with Bill.
right.
They
So
done with Bill's last week news. They
so
done with Bill.
yeah, so Bill Gates, Elon is Bill Gates' replacement, basically.
Yeah, because look,
I mean, if you
look how they putting Elon in the forefront saying he's the richest man in the world now.
yeah,
They used
yeah,
to
they
say
put
that
him
about
right,
Bill Gates. Bill
right.
Gates was the richest man in the world. Now, fast forward, now it's Elon Musk out of nowhere.
Yeah,
Like same thing they did when when they replaced niggas, like when they replaced Kanye with Diddy, saying that Diddy is now the new billionaire after they took Kanye's billionaire status when he started talking about you know who.
the little hat community.
Yeah, and
Right.
all of a sudden the next day Kanye ain't a billionaire anymore and Diddy is. But as soon as Diddy did something that they didn't like, what happened?
He got
They don't need the
persecuted.
Negro no more. They don't need him or Jay-Z. They going to get rid of all of them.
Yeah, that's weird. That scene that the NFL unfollowed him. That means if the NFL unfollowed him, that means they're working behind the scenes. They basically
Get Jay out.
get Jay out the way. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And how he should have known that was coming anyway because how they got Diddy
And R. Kelly
and R.
and Bill
Kelly.
Cosby.
Yeah, like we talking about these are the head gatekeepers. You got R. Kelly, head gatekeeper, R&B, Jay-Z, the rap industry, Bill Cosby, the entertainment industry, Hollywood. Like, so these people are being targeted to get up. You know what I mean? They want them out the way completely,
And
out the
that's
way
exactly what
completely,
they
and
doing.
that's what they're gonna do. They going to do that shit, and they gonna succeed too. You gotta realize a lot of these people they built up. Like a lot of these people wouldn't be who they are if they wasn't given. They was given this stat. They was given that
That's
status.
what people have to understand.
They was given
These
that status. Those
individuals was
niggas ain't.
given this.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they not to say they wasn't talented, but to be a billionaire or even 100 millionaire, you got to be given
you're
that.
given that.
You
Yeah.
can't. You're not being. You can't. Yeah, you could work for that, but you can't work for that.
Nah,
You can't work for that independently.
you can't work.
That.
You
Yeah,
can't
I was
work.
about to say you
So
can't
they
work for that independently.
none of
You're
them
not
are
gonna.
billionaires just
Yeah,
based off of work. It's always
yeah,
lucky investments that they was able to invest in that the elites back.
and
When the
not just
elites
the
back
investment
something, it's the investments, bro. Because
in the
not
face,
music ain't make this nigga a billionaire. Music
his
ain't make
influence
Diddy a
is
billionaire. Music ain't make Jay-Z a billionaire. It was the alcohol deal and the clothes deal.
the
You're not
influence.
that's something that's given to them.
Yeah, their influence is what got them in position. Because the thing about it is when you
Oh yeah,
put,
for sure. They
yeah, you
did.
like
Yeah.
you need like you all like if you're a person that's like a major a major resource, you always want to hire a bunch of people that to be in front of that as faces.
All right.
Like it's like Winthorpe being the face of Duke and Duke and shit. You know what I mean? Or Billy Ray Valentine being the face of Duke and Duke. Like you don't never see them, but you always see
Fact.
their representatives and shit. So
Fact.
that's what these niggas is. These people like Diddy, Jay-Z, you see they propping up,
They the
making
representatives of the
yeah,
representatives. Because you gotta
yeah.
think about it. The representatives of the elite families don't even deal. They don't.
Nah, they
They
don't deal with
only
them
deal with
direct.
them.
Right.
The the elite families themselves don't deal with these people, these Jay-Z's and all of them. They let their representatives deal with them.
Now, yeah, like yeah,
So they're represented. So these artists are the representatives of the representatives.
yeah,
That's basically it's a whole pyramid scheme. And the thing is, we ain't taking nothing, like you said, Jr. We ain't taking nothing away from their talent and their hard work that they put in. I mean, these individuals did put in a lot of hard work, and they do have talent. From Jay
right,
Z to Diddy, R. Kelly, all the people these people have serious talent and it's a good work ethic. They got all of that,
right,
but you ain't getting no $1 billion based off of that unless
right,
they let you in the club.
right.
They
Medusa,
have
I
to
see
let
you
you
mentioned
in
the
the club.
Rothschilds. Yeah, the Rothschilds are just like represented. They're
Yeah, they the
advisors of.
representatives.
They're the advisors of basically the Queen. That house over there in England and other European
They the bankers to
monarchs
they
and
the
shit.
bankers to
Monarchs,
they
the
the bankers to
Vatican
the people
monarchs
who's
and shit
running the
like that.
Vatican, bro.
Yeah, Vatican and the House of Windsor over there. What is it? Uh,
Yeah, you're right. The House
yeah,
of Windsor. That's King Charles and all of them.
yeah. So that's who they represent. They're like the advisors. They're the banking advisors. You know what I mean? So they not even higher than the monarchs and shit like that. They're like right there, just below them. The Rothschilds and them, they just like right there below the monarchs and Vatican and all that.
Right. And they don't
Vatican.
deal with these artists directly.
Nah, they don't do well. Some of them did. They did because it was a point in time where they was summoning a lot of these entertainers, the high up level entertainers, like the Queen of England summoning Beyonce. Then you see Jay-Z tagging along with her and shit like
Oh
that.
yeah,
Or or,
yeah, that's
or,
the
or what's her
representatives.
name?
I
Michelle
ain't
or
talking about
Michelle.
the fan. I ain't talking about the elite, the Orsini's and all of them, because they even
Oh yeah,
above
yeah,
the
right.
royal household and all that. They the ones who choose. They the ones who choose who becomes
Yeah,
the
who
next pope.
Queen? Yeah, who the next pope is? Right. It's like a council. It's a
Right.
council. But yeah, this situation here is this situation here with this Epstein shit. I mean, it's a lot of you know, weaponized going on with this Epstein files. They
Right.
weaponizing they basically weaponizing the Epstein files, not only against the people that's on that list, but also the citizens. Like this shit is a distraction.
Facts.
So
Facts.
they weaponizing the Epstein files by using that shit as a distraction to basically keep us out the way of
Right.
the important shit that's going on, like they've been doing. So this Epstein shit is a representative of bread and circuses. This some bread and
Facts.
circus shit.
That's why I say it's all scripted. And now I ain't saying the horrors that they committed is scripted. They actually committed those horrors. What I'm saying is how they getting this out there is scripted. Like how they adding the names on there and
Yeah,
how they saying, oh, they got 3 million files this week, and then 3 weeks later they gotta have another 3 million files and all.
yeah,
All that shit is a distraction. All of that is, and then they put whatever they want in those files. That's the thing. You gotta understand the people who's supposed to be going to jail for all this stuff is the people that got the files. They
right,
got their own files with their own names on there. You think they're not gonna blot out their own names and only put the people in there who's their competition?
right.
That's who you see. Then when they release names, that means that's the competition of the people who's still in charge.
Facts.
That's what
Like
y'all have
like
to
Trump,
understand.
like they even threw Trump in the files because they said Trump was witnessing, murder of children and allegedly, witnessing murders of the 13-year-old child that had a child, and like they throwing a lot of that out there as well. Um, Trump ain't going to jail for nobody. They not going to arrest him for nothing because they right now he's being employed. He's employed to be used to bring in this new set up this new financial system. So he not going to jail. Now if they want him out the way, you already know what they're going to do with him. You already know what they do with people like that. If they want them out the way, that's a whole nother. They going a whole nother route with that. It ain't gonna be no media smear campaign. They going straight to you already know. They
Uh-huh.
putting jam on the nigga toast real quick. His pumpkin gonna explode. You know what I'm saying? They
Or they
gonna
come
put.
up with some mystery illness, some fast turbo cancer out of nowhere.
I mean, the nigga almost 80 anyway, so he already out the way. He barely he damn near out the way anyway. They trying to put some new young blood. Yeah, I mean, gonna be stepping up to the plate. That they using the last. They basically using the last of the last to bring in what they need to bring in. The rest of it is these young technocrats is taking over. A lot of the technocrats are young guys. That's why Bill Gates'
It's
old
true.
technocrat ass has got to get out the way.
He going like, yup, they kicking him out the door.
Elon, a young guy, and the rest of the tech people
I mean, he
in the
ain't really young, but he's young
but he
compared
young,
to
he
real
young,
Billy Boy.
yeah. And the rest of the people in the tech world, the crypto world, and all that, a lot of them people are young people, 40, 50. You know what I mean? They young. So a lot of these old cats is, they making room for the new generation to step up and run the
Yeah,
world.
DJ, you right. He said the files is keeping us busy while they do and figure out how to stay free and in complete power. Yup. That,
Yeah,
that's all they do. That's what they got. That's why they gotta feed us these files to keep our mind like, oh yeah, some justice is being done. They are at
yeah,
least releasing the files to us, even though nobody going to jail.
right,
They showing us the files, so that's let's keep them busy with that while we
right.
try to figure the rest of this
And they
shit out.
and they
The
using
people are
and they
coming closer and closer to our door with the pitchforks and the torches and shit. Because that's what's going to
tiki
end up
torches,
happening.
right? And they using niggas like 50 Cent to keep the niggas at bay too with the
Yeah,
documentaries
they
and all
do.
that shit.
Right,
This nigga
right,
already somebody about to do a Jay-Z documentary on him being in the Epstein
ex-
file.
right.
Already. He gonna do that shit too, bro. He gonna do that shit because he know Jay the next target. But 50 don't know they gonna get his ass out the way too. What do
That's
you think?
exactly what I was
He
going
ain't
to say. They gonna
nigga,
get his ass out
his
of here.
ass was in the movie Expendables. So we know his ass expendable.
Right.
He was in that movie with
Facts.
Sylvester Stallone.
Facts. That's them letting us what they call predictive programming. They letting
Predictive
us right
program.
know right now that this nigga we're gonna use him for a little bit longer. So he think we just let him get rid of his
Hold on though.
competition. Look, they let him get rid
Hold
of his
on.
competition. You know, Jay
Expendable.
didn't want to let him perform at the Super Bowl.
Right. Hold on.
This is like
Expendables.
payback. You remember
Just think
Diddy
about the movie.
left his
Hold on.
first baby moms. I mean
Hold
his
on
second
though.
baby moms.
We got to stop right there. Expendable. You
Yeah,
realize that movie was a bunch of a bunch of you know all the tough guys of Hollywood in one movie.
yeah,
That was like a sign right
yeah.
there that's telling you that Hollywood niggas is expendable. and then this
Well,
was
we know
coming
that.
anyway. Because I just realized Sylvester Stallone did that movie. He put all the major tough guys from Hollywood in there. I'm talking about all
Yeah,
of them.
we know that.
Anybody you named that have been in a tough guy movie was in that movie. Expendables. Every tough guy you know that did a movie was in there. From you name him, he was in there. Name a tough guy movie guy, he was in that movie. Expendables. So
I
now they
feel like
just roll.
I feel
Now
like
they just
Sylvester Stallone just did that for some money though. like,
yeah, that
like,
was
like, I feel like that was a quick hustle right there. Like that was like a side hustle for that nigga real
yeah,
quick. Let me
yeah. You know
get
that
all
nigga.
the tough guys from the
Right,
80s and
right,
put them all in one movie so we can get this money. Because a lot of them guys, they wasn't
right.
making as much money anymore.
Yeah,
Because
they wasn't making
you know
no
what I mean.
money.
So they're like, damn, let's make some money real quick, y'all. Let's all get together. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
And get in this movie and let's get this money.
yeah, they.
I feel
I'm
like it
telling
was
you,
that.
bro. Yeah,
But
yeah.
but the fact that 50 is expendable and he
Right.
was in the expendables, yeah, that's something right there.
Yo, we need everybody to double tap that screen, man. Get them likes up, please. It's 200, almost 300 people in here. Double tap that screen, get them likes up. This, this, this,
Facts.
this right here, man, is you know, this whole Epstein file shit. And the thing about it with Epstein being dead, and
Is
they're
he?
still, they're still, well, supposedly dead. Well, he
Right.
dead to us in the put out there in the media. He's dead to us basically.
In the script.
But there's a lot more Epstein's that still exists. And that's the focus that they trying to keep us distracted from. That this operation still continues, and our tax dollars is funding this shit.
That's the key right there.
Like we still paying taxes to these these mother suckers,
That's the
and
key right there, bro.
they just running wild with our tax dollars. They up there partying and jamming on our goddamn tax
The fact
dollars.
that there's more Epsteins out there and they using
Hey,
they basically
more
on our dime.
islands. Yeah, it's more
On our
islands,
dime.
more Epstein's, more islands, and they're partying on our goddamn dime. Yeah,
Yep.
I mean, American citizens working hard as shit for their bread. And they up there partying on this shit, bro. Messing with children and
Fact.
murdering, messing with children. They just doing the most with that with
And
the
experiment.
taxpayers'
Don't
bread.
forget about the experimentations.
Yeah, this
Don't
is
forget about
crazy,
all
man.
that too. All that.
And we on the brink of a civil war because they releasing this. They trying to put the military, these fake ass ICE military niggas on the street, and they causing up a causing ruckus right now.
And they
And we,
funding these fake little resistant groups like the fake new Black Panther Party that ain't got no association with the original one.
yeah,
You gotta watch out for people like that because the government like to fund them. Whether they know they being funded by the government or not,
not
they
right.
be funded. Because they
So
like to
I'm.
play both sides because the people that's running the government, that's their whole game plan. They did that throughout all these years for decades, centuries even. They like
Mhm.
to play both sides. They make sure they fund both sides of the war. So you gotta take that into consideration too. They fund both sides of the war.
So y'all
So
gotta understand this shit, man.
right,
The times we in right now is one of them times, man, where people gonna have to start banning the regular people. Fuck all these, because our government already sold us out. It's up to the people to actually band together, to start getting some of this corruption and shit under bay. Because
fact,
they just running wild with shit right now. Yo,
facts.
shout out to DJ V62 for the $5 super chat. Says, is there ever a happy ending for sellout millionaires? Um, I don't know. You know what?
Not really.
I don't think there ever's been a happy ending for any
Maybe
except if you like
maybe
Q, yeah, if
Quincy
you like
Jones.
Quincy Jones and Hugh Hefner and shit like that.
Yeah, Hugh
If you that
Hefner.
Hugh
Yep.
Hefner or the Rockefellers and Rothschild,
Yeah, the
like
Rockefellers.
if you
Yep.
had a certain status in the industry and you still maintaining that same status for 50, 60 years, then you're probably going to be the
Right.
ones
Right.
that die comfortably in your silk pajamas with your
Right.
children and grandchildren by your bedside.
Right.
Everybody else got to die, pain and agony and shit like that. Right.
I mean, you gotta think about it. You gotta think about it. They're gonna take care of their own, the ones who's in their immediate, club. See,
Right.
because like you said, it's different levels to the clubs. If you ain't in the top level, they don't give two shits about you. You expendable.
You expendable like that movie.
Yeah.
Facts.
And the people who
Facts.
are not, who they don't consider expendable, are the ones you wouldn't even call a millionaire. They don't even use money. They don't even need money.
Nah,
Everything is just free.
everything is right.
Everything is just free to these individuals because they own every industry.
Right.
So if you own every industry, you're not really paying for nothing. And that's what we have to get through our head. The people at the highest level don't care about money as far as having money. They control the money. They generate the money out of thin air. They don't
Yeah.
care about the money. They just use the money as a tool to control the people that's below them. So they give us people who say that this person's a millionaire, that person's a billionaire. They only throw those terms out there just for the slaves to be like. And when I say slaves, everybody who's not them, they consider a slave. So that's just for the slaves to have something to talk about. Like, oh, look at so and so with all that money and all this, and the money is all fake anyway. Like if
Yeah,
you really
because yeah,
research on
it's
the
just
money, it's
right.
all fake.
Yeah, because you was talking about billionaire. That's just basically keys to the keys to doors. Like it, you no longer
Right,
really dealing with money. It's just keys.
right,
You hand the keys, and those keys are for specific doors that open up.
right.
You know what I mean?
Fact,
So yeah, I
fact.
don't. And I actually, Tiffany Haddish, I actually caught her on the live stream talking about billionaires. Do they even exist? I'm shocked that she was even talking about that shit. But it's at a point in time where you gotta draw the line and saying what side you on. These celebrities gotta wake up and realize, yo, what side you on, bro? Because the shit about to hit the fan. And if you on that side with them, then you already know what's coming with that. You already know what's coming with that. So it's like you gotta draw the line in the sand. Whose side you on?
Just like
Are are you for the
Kanye said he
people?
was a billionaire. Kanye wasn't no billionaire, man. He never was a
Nah,
billionaire. Trump was never a billionaire. They use that as as a marketing tool.
right.
That's how they market themselves to make themselves look like they're billionaires so they can make more money. Because in this world, when you got money, you make money.
Yeah,
You see people donating more to people who got money than people who don't.
yeah,
So their
exactly.
business plan to their whole marketing plan to appeal to the public is come off like you the rich billionaire. And
Facts.
that's been Trump's game plan his whole career, and Kanye took that same model. But you see the real celebrities who they saying billionaires, they don't claim that shit. I seen they even somebody even tried to say in a Kim Kardashian interview. I forgot who that was.
Yeah,
Was
they
it
on
Jennifer?
there.
I'm telling you some. Yeah, and you're a billionaire. Kim rolled her eyes up like, no, I'm not.
Yeah, yeah. See, they don't like that billionaire status
They don't
shit.
like
Yeah,
they ain't really no fucking billionaires, and they know
yeah.
they're not.
They don't even like that. Tell you the truth, it's probably good for them for PR, but they
Right.
really don't like that shit as being a billionaire. They don't like that shit because they
Mm-mm.
really ain't. Because the thing is, like you said, they really ain't.
Facts.
They really ain't billionaires, but they
Mm-mm.
have to portray like they're billionaires to the public, so they can
Mm-hmm.
so people can keep buying into their brand. That's
Right.
all it's about. And they
Right.
hate that. They hate being labeled as billionaires.
Because they struggling on their level.
Right, because they're really struggling and they seeing the people who actually are billionaires thriving.
Right.
I'm talking
And
about the ones
their names are not mentioned in the media.
their names is not mentioned.
And they're not really billionaires. They just get everything for free because they own every industry. And they the ones that put Jay-Z on, Diddy on, Rihanna on, Kim Kardashian on, LeBron James on. These are the real billionaires that
I
put
got
them on, but they
resources.
not even really billionaires. They everything is just free to them because they own every industry.
And the
They
thing about it
own
is,
Black Rock.
all
They own
all it's about is
right,
having resources to the land basically.
right. Access to the
Because
land
because
and
you
people
can
to work that land.
yeah, because if you have access to the land, then you that just makes you more self-sufficient than anything, and that's more valuable than being a status of a billionaire anyway, because you got everything right there on the land. You
And
live in
people to
strict
work that land
yeah,
for you
right. You
for
live
a
in
paycheck
strictly
of imaginary money.
right. You live in strictly off the land.
That's
But
the system we in.
the the dumbass scheme is for them to cut down trees that bear fruit, for them to make money out of the tree that already bears fruit. That's some
Right.
middleman shit.
And
But
we
we
gotta
could
use
just
the paper that's made out of the
yeah
tree to buy the fruit back.
back off the tree
And
when
that's
the
what we
tree
working hard for.
yeah
Rather than just taking the fruit and eating the shit ourselves, instead we handed it
yeah.
over to a corporation to sell it at a profit.
Now this is
And
parable shit. This is literally and parable type of shit we talking about. You know what I mean? Literally and it's a parable we saying. which means we got our God-given rights and have access to everything on this fucking land because
Because it's
it's
all
our God,
free.
because we're born and have God-given rights to the land. You know
Right.
what I mean? There's no way in the world that we should be going through a middleman to basically bear fruit off the fucking tree. That makes no
Right.
sense.
To harvest the fruit off the tree. Yeah, we shouldn't
Yeah,
go through the
that makes no
middleman. When it
sense.
was all free, when we got before we got here, it was all free.
Yeah,
And
that
it
don't make
grows
sense.
abundantly.
That don't make sense. So that's why a lot of this shit is that's why a lot of this shit is coming to a head because we're
Yeah.
actually, a lot of this shit is actually, you know, basically, breaking the laws of the universe anyway. So this shit is a punishment.
Yeah,
A
they
lot of this
stealing
shit,
everybody's
yeah,
birthright.
yeah, they still right. There you go. They stealing
They stealing
everybody's
not
birthright.
even just physically, but spiritually and physically. They stealing
Right,
everybody's birthright. Cause as a spiritual being, this physical we have actually we supposed to have dominion over this physical world and the spiritual world.
right. And we basically got,
We
you
supposed to be
know,
free living
yeah,
souls
we
on
got
the land.
basically duped out our birthright. We
Right.
got duped out of our own fucking birthright, basically.
And they using us like slaves to work the land and harvest crops for them, and then charge us at a ridiculous price, mind you, because resources, even basic necessities now, is a ridiculous price. Everything's price gouging. Everything's too expensive. So you guys, it's all a scam anyway. So there's
Right,
no such thing as no billionaire, y'all. We got to get that billionaire talk out of our goddamn heads.
right.
There's no billionaires. Jay-Z is not a billionaire.
And
You
what
know what I'm
y'all think?
saying? Trump is not a billionaire. Billionaires are not real.
What you think? What you think of
It's
this Nicki?
imaginary.
What you think? What you think of this Nicki Minaj shit though? Was she up there
Oh, she's
kissing
out there,
their ass?
Claire. She buck dancing.
Cause she trying to not get deported and shit.
She ain't trying to get her family and shit deported up out of here. You know, because they
Right.
just even if people got a citizenship and they from another country, ICE is
They
still
still get
kicking them
they
hell
still
up out
kicking
of
them
here.
out. Right. So that's what I'm thinking. She pulled off she jumped ship real quick on the shit that because she was talking all that shit about them niggas before she jumped shit. Like she was talking shit about Melania, uh, Trump, all
Right.
that dumb shit. Playing the game, playing the political game. That's just
Yep.
political
Play.
theater, talking
Yep.
shit. Like, but she did a switcheroo real quick when
Switched up
they
real quick.
yeah when they start cracking down on citizenships and shit. People being in this country illegally
No
or
joke.
yeah, they see she jumped ship real quick and said, you know what, Trump, I'm a join y'all. I'm gonna join MAGA because I'm trying to keep my status. I'm trying to, stay in the country. I'm not trying to get deported. My family's here. I'm trying to keep my family. So she did a quick switcheroo and jumped ship. And I'm thinking about it is I don't know why people coming so hard down on Nicki Minaj when all them fucking celebrities do it.
Exactly.
I'm like,
All of them do it.
it's crazy as shit. I'm looking at people like, y'all know y'all ain't shit trying to come down on Nicki Minaj when you know all these goddamn celebrities doing
All
that.
of them do it. All of them
All of them,
celebrities sell out
yeah,
their political
they all, Democratic and Republican, they all buck dancing and shit.
Why they ain't say this when Cardi B was having a conversation with
Right,
Biden and Biden all laughy
exactly.
and giggly on a live stream with Biden,
All right,
acting like she know politics.
all right.
Yeah,
I don't know,
why nobody ain't have a problem then? Why they ain't have a problem when Megan Thee Stallion was buck dancing for the Democratic convention?
yeah,
Why
all that
nobody
shit is
was bitching
political
then?
theater. Yeah, all that
Like
shit is
they
political
all do the
theater.
same thing. Like that's why we said that all that Democrat Republican shit is bullshit because they all do the same thing. If you mad at Nicki Minaj because what she's
Hey,
teaming up with Trump
I'm
like
watching.
what other
Right,
every
I'm
other
watching.
celebrity do?
Right, I'm watching all the people that's going at her and shit. And I'm like, y'all. I like all y'all celebrities that's talking shit against her. Y'all still buck dancing for the Democratic party. So what the fuck make y'all
Exactly.
different from what Nicki doing? Y'all,
Right.
all y'all niggas is buck dancing for them parties.
They had
Y'all-
Hillary up there singing "Wet Ass Putty." They
Right.
had
All this
Hillary
shit.
dancing to that shit. Like you know what I'm saying? Nobody ain't say nothing then.
Right.
Oh, that was cool then. Oh,
And
that
then
was
they
cool when they had Hillary up there dancing to WAP. That was cool, huh?
pulling out hot sauce and shit.
Out here, man.
Talking about I
That
keep
is
hot sauce on.
crazy.
Or you got Biden talking about what do you
And the
say?
Clintons' names is all in those goddamn Epstein files. And she
Right.
up there doing wet ass pussy with her, and her name,
All them niggas'
Clinton's name
name
is all
is
through that goddamn
Clinton in that
file.
joint. Yeah, I mean, goddamn Trump in that joint. Like all them niggas in that joint, bro. Like we don't give a fuck about no side of them niggas. I don't give a fuck about no
Exactly.
Democrat or Republican.
All of them in
If
there.
y'all niggas caught up in that shit, man, y'all dumb as shit still being caught up in that shit. Nigga, we had a time where niggas need to dead all that shit. When these people running off with all the money, it's time to dead all that left and right bullshit because they all part of the same organization that's robbing the people. So we don't give a fuck
Facts.
about none of them sides. We don't fuck about no
They don't
Democrat
care
or
about.
Republican niggas, bro. Because they
They don't
all
care
up
about
there robbing.
y'all.
Right. And they just showed you in the Epstein file, just showed you all the motherfuckers run with that shit. So they don't matter
Yep,
what side.
Republicans and
So
Democrats.
if y'all ass still picking sides at this point, man, y'all deserve what y'all get. I'm just keeping it a buck. I'm keeping it a beam, bro. Y'all
Don't be
still
deaf,
running
dumb,
with
and blind now.
right. Y'all still running with that left and right bullshit. Y'all picking sides with that dumb ass shit, man. Y'all get what y'all deserve with that bullshit.
It's both Republicans and Democrats in that Epstein file. Doing
And
foul
nigga,
things on them. It's foul things in those files
you got this
coming from
nigga
the islands and
right.
shit.
Like it's right now, this country on the verge of being third world in a dictatorship, and y'all niggas
Bro,
still
it's
talking about
already third world. They
right.
just haven't
Yeah,
announced it
they
yet.
just haven't announced that shit yet. But y'all niggas still running with left and right, man. Y'all better did that shit and be for the people. It's about being for yourself and your family first, and then the people.
You know what I realized? People don't declare anything real until they see it on national mainstream television or some shit. You realize that? Like something could be real as hell happening right in
Right.
front of our faces. If the media don't mention it, then it's a conspiracy theory or is a delusion or something like that. But as soon as the mainstream media mentions it, oh, now it's real.
Y'all better get out of that phase.
I gotta get out of that shit, y'all. Y'all gotta realize we being scammed. Like this is a
Because
magician's
the
trick.
thing it is, it's a lot of independent media that's exposing a lot of shit. Like y'all don't even pay attention to the independent people. Y'all
Now
just
more
give a fuck
people, more
about me.
now to tell you the truth, more and more people like you can see a rise in people aiming
Right,
more
right,
towards
right, right.
independent media sources
Yeah,
now because everybody know the mainstream media is filled up with a bunch of bullshit.
right.
Everybody knows bunch of lies. So I'm seeing more
Like
and
what
more
you think?
people going towards more the independent
Yeah,
media
that's true.
instead.
Yeah, cause I think cause people like Candace Owens got a big ass fucking following and
Right.
like they done made Don
And
Lemon
she might
a
be part
motherfucker.
of she might be some double agent.
Yeah, it's
I don't even
possible.
trust Candace Owens, bro. I
Yeah,
don't trust none of them
I'm
motherfuckers,
just
bro. I don't
possible. Yeah,
trust
it's
none of them
possible.
niggas they put in front of our faces, bro.
Yeah. And then you got Don Lemon that just got arrested by the feds and released. And they just made him bigger than ever now by doing that.
That's some scripted shit right there,
That's what
bro.
I was thinking that. I was thinking that. I was
That's
thinking
some
like,
scripted shit. That nigga never. They ain't never gonna lock him up for real. For real. He part of the whole. They love that shit that nigga be bringing to the game. That's the
right.
shit that they authorize behind the scenes for niggas
Yeah.
to talk about and for niggas to
Yeah,
do.
because
He's the
it's
blueprint for that. He's
yeah,
one of the
because I
blueprint.
yeah, because I'm thinking like Don Lemon ain't really talking about nothing that deep though.
Exactly.
So and we know
But
anybody
still
that's
got a
really
big following though, right?
yeah, yeah. So anybody that got a big ass following and they talking about some shit that that's really against the system and actually bucking against the system, but they gonna shut your channel down. They gonna try, they gonna blast you in the media. They gonna try to
Control.
assassinate your character. They might try to physically assassinate you. Like anybody that's really talking that talk, I'm talking about that real shit. They don't have a chance. You know what I mean? They don't really have a chance. I mean, and then
I mean,
and
niggas
they
have a
do.
chance. It's just that you gonna pay the consequences.
Yeah, yeah,
You gonna pay the real life consequences because the wicked is got control of everything right now. For right now, they do
yeah, yeah, yeah. That shit don't
until
last
the
though.
majority of the
Right.
people wake up, and then they gonna panic and they
See,
gonna run
that's
to
the
the
key.
underground bunkers.
Right, that's the key. When majority of the people wake, and them people already starting to wake up now because a lot of the shit
Yeah.
that's happening is forcing people to wake up now. So that's why I said a lot of these celebrities is gonna have to pick sides. Y'all gotta it's drawing a line and it's saying, nigga, what side you on?
Well, the celebrities, y'all expendable. They gonna get rid of y'all. They
Yeah.
don't give a
So
shit.
you going so
Like
you
they use y'all up and then get rid of you. Like Nicki Minaj, Trump will use her up and then get rid of her. Next thing you know, her whole goddamn family be deported. Even her husband, and he's from America.
Right.
Like they get them all the fuck up out of here. The
Right.
baby, they get the baby up out of everybody. The brothers, her
The brother,
brothers,
fucking brother.
everybody. Her mom.
Brother.
Next thing you know, they
Mom,
all wake
right.
up in Trinidad like, damn, what the fuck happened?
Right.
And we ain't
Yeah,
even
this shit.
allowed back
Yeah.
to that motherfucker no more. Like they turn on you real fast.
Yeah, facts.
That's
In
the
the
thing.
drop
Like
of a
you could
dime.
be down with them one year, the next year, because I mean, I thought Jay-Z was their boy.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I mean, you see him sitting around with Warren Buffett, laughing and having a good time telling his life story and all that. Yeah, I mean, you would think
Hey,
that, oh, that's a man's right there. He
yeah,
good.
you would never, if you from the slums, you ain't gonna never be one of them.
Exactly.
They always gonna look at you like you a nigga from the slums. You lucky to even be here. Like
Right.
that's how they looking at him. Like nigga, you from the projects, nigga.
But they also admired him because he was able to
Cause
sell
he would
drugs
rise up.
in
Yeah,
his
cause he was like,
community and then was able to get up out of it.
right.
So
But that,
they
yeah,
they
that,
they like his alchemy. They respect him, but they don't respect. They respect his work ethic as a slave and a
yeah,
house nigga. They respect that. But when it's time to get rid of him, it's time to get rid of him.
yeah, it's time to go. Right.
Yeah, it's time to go. And
And that's
I
crazy.
mean, it's sad that it's like this, but that's just how it is.
Yeah, we just stuck talking to it's reality, bro. It's what it is. What it is. Like I ain't got shit against this nigga Jay-Z. I don't know the nigga, so I just we just report what's out there and we analyze the shit and we know how certain shit is being moved around and we just report on it. Like we ain't saying this nigga guilty or
Yeah, I mean,
innocent.
yeah,
I don't know
facts.
what the fuck that nigga did. You know what I mean?
We don't to tell you the truth, we
And
don't
nor
know.
do I care. Nor do I care. But
We don't even know
we
if they just added his name to the because we ain't hear nothing
yeah.
about Jay-Z being on Epstein Island until now.
Yeah, he wasn't even on the island though. They just said some chick woke up at a party and seen him there. Like that don't
See,
necessarily mean the nigga did nothing. They just, you know what I mean? Somebody said Jay-Z guilty. I don't know.
nah, beyond a reasonable doubt.
All right, without a
It's
reasonable doubt.
funny.
Like I don't know what the nigga did. So I mean, like until you start seeing shit like you know what I mean. So I don't
They
know,
could have
bro.
like all I'm saying. They could have added the nigga name last minute. Like we don't even know. Like with these files, it's funny
All
because
right,
they're in the hands. We're actually depending on the people who committed the crimes to give us the files.
right.
Like what you think they gonna do to
Yeah,
those damn
like
files?
like you said, I don't know.
What y'all think they gonna do to those files when they the ones that committed the crimes and they handed you the files to look through about the crimes they committed? You think they gonna keep their crimes in the files and their own names?
Hell no.
That's we
They
gotta
gonna
start
they gonna
looking at
they
it
gonna
from the
put people they gonna
perspective
put
now.
people on that file that they need to get out the way. You know what I mean?
Facts. It's chess, not checkers. They gonna
Yeah,
put the names in that file that they just trying to get out of the way.
right. And tarnish their brand in the media and shit like that. Yeah, that's what that's all that's about. Like,
Now we're not saying Jay-Z is guilty or innocent. We don't know. The nigga haven't even to tell you the truth is innocent before proven guilty.
yeah, he ain't
I
even
mean, we
speak
don't
on none
even
of
know
this
if the
shit.
nigga's actually name is really in those files or they just added
And
the name.
we ain't gonna run around saying the nigga did anything. First of all, we a platform. We know how they like to sue niggas and shit like that. And then there's no evidence that the nigga even did any fucking thing. So we ain't gonna run around just saying nigga did some shit. We ain't getting into that. To just say a nigga did something just cause his name in the media. Nah, you already know how we rock over here. It's about
The
motherfucking.
government
It's
did it.
about
I don't care
yeah.
what nobody say. The government did it.
Well,
The
that's
government is guilty until proven innocent.
he said facts.
All them government motherfuckers that's in those files, they did it.
Right.
I don't care what nobody say. They did because look how they handle the country. You can tell just by how they handle the country. They don't have
Yeah,
no
right,
problem with doing
right.
that.
Yeah,
All the mass
fact.
genocide that they do,
Yeah,
they
the
don't have no
genocide,
problem with doing the stuff that
the
they do.
the Pentagon being audited 8 times and they don't even know where the trillions of dollars went.
Right.
Yeah, that's
Them
unaccounted.
motherfuckers is
Yeah,
guilty. I don't care what
it
nobody say.
ran the debt up to 38 trillion. Yeah, that's some
Right.
criminal
Ran the
shit.
debt up to 38 trillion and
Yeah, that's
still trying
crime.
to squeeze tax dollars out of
Yeah,
us.
that's some criminal shit. Yeah, that's some
That
guilty
shit
shit
make
right
me
there.
mad. How you still going to squeeze money out of U.S. citizens when you got us $38 trillion in debt?
Fact. Yeah, that's some criminal shit.
Begging for more money. and threatening us, and you got us all in debt. If you don't get the hell up out of here,
Yeah, that's some criminal
they
shit, bro.
guilty. The mother effers are guilty. And then you got Trump suing the IRS. What type of dysfunctional shit is that that's going on in the government where Trump is suing the goddamn
I
IRS
seen
for $10
that.
billion?
Yeah, I seen he sent it. Hold on, he's suing the IRS for $10
This
billion
nigga sending the
for
IRS.
himself?
This nigga suing the
For
IRS for
for
$10 billion,
himself?
and he's the president.
For himself.
For himself, because he said they leaked his tax records. You know, when Biden was president,
Bro.
and they were saying that Trump wasn't paying his taxes, and somebody
Yeah.
from the IRS leaked his shit. He's suing them for that. Some shit that happened way back then. He's suing them for $10 billion.
Trump, you don't get the fuck out of here with that, bro. Y'all niggas is
That goes
tripping
to
up
show you
there,
there's
bro.
something fishy going on with that shit.
Yeah,
Like,
they on some dumb shit.
listen, y'all, this shit is over. Why are we still obeying this rogue ass government? Like, this shit is over, y'all. It's done.
I think it's about to get to a point where people about
This
to
shit is
start just.
done.
Yeah, I think it's about to start getting to a point where people about to start
Come
resisting.
at,
Motherfuckers ain't gonna start paying taxes and none of that shit. It's about to be a whole switch around. Yeah, people about to be fed up out here. Yeah, it should. Yeah, it shit might hit the fan a little. Actually, this shit might hit the fan a lot a bit.
it's hitting the fan.
Yeah, it should hitting the fan.
This shit is
So
crumbling.
yeah,
Because the people ain't having it. It's more people that's trying to fight back than we think. You
yeah,
gotta
it
think
is.
about those telephone calls and those emails that these politicians are getting right now.
Right.
You know what I'm
Fact.
saying? There's a lot of people asking these same questions that we asking. Why ain't nobody going to jail for the Epstein shit? Why does the Pentagon keep failing all their audits and it? Why are we $38 trillion in debt? And why is it getting harder for the American citizen to just get basic shit, groceries and rent and
Yeah.
mortgage? Why that shit going up? And y'all begging us for more money, but we $38 trillion in debt. So there's like people's fed up with this shit.
Yeah, this
And
shit
then
hit the fan
come to
already.
find out they got people in our government that's human trafficking, and they doing it with our tax dollars. Man, if they don't get out of here with this bullshit.
Right. Frog Dad, you said I'm a dad, I got kids, they need a future. Yeah, you're gonna have to fight for that shit, bro. Yeah, you're gonna have to fight for that. Yeah. It ain't no more just sitting back and chilling. If you want a future for your kids, you're gonna have to fight for that shit. And I ain't talking about like just physically fighting. You're gonna have to, move accordingly.
Nah, people collectively have to stop this, and not
Yeah,
one
like
person is going to do this now, because
yeah, no, it's gonna have to it's gonna be each individual, but it's gonna add up collectively. Like if motherfuckers say I ain't paying taxes, if you got 30,000, 40,000 to a million people saying I ain't paying taxes, what the fuck they
that
gonna
ain't
do?
enough. That
Yeah,
ain't enough. There's over
it's gonna have to
380 million
it's gonna have
Americans.
to be a
That ain't
trickle
enough,
effect.
bro.
Yeah, it's gonna have to be a trickle effect of people just saying we ain't paying taxes no more. Fuck y'all gonna do about it?
Not just that, niggas got to stop supporting these major
Oh,
corporations and shit
corporations
too,
as well. Facts.
because the
Facts.
corporations and the government is one and the same.
hmm Fascism.
We gotta stop supporting all this shit. People just
Fascism.
gotta stop. People gotta stop everything in its tracks, or
Yeah,
the wicked just gonna keep getting away with it.
yeah, but it ain't gonna work. I think it's coming to that point now, though. Yeah, I think it's coming to that point. A lot of people starting to wake up. A lot of people are starting to resist. So I think people is on the right track. I think there's a certain energy that's happening that's on the right track, and it's a natural energy. Like you supposed to resist, shit like that. You supposed to resist the wickedness of our government and shit like that. That's gonna happen regardless.
Oh yeah, that's
Like if
another
you,
saying, Frog Dad. Frog Dad's the real screw is the tariffs. Yeah, the tariff we
yeah,
paying
yeah,
the
yeah,
tariffs, not foreign
yeah,
companies,
right, yeah,
American taxpayers. Well, Trump enacted the tariffs just so it could raise prices. Because I'm telling you, Trump and both Trump, Biden, and all them other administrations are here to destroy America.
yeah,
These people are not really on our side. None of them. And
right,
I don't care what Republican or Democrat or whatever they represent. They are here to destroy this country intentionally because they
right,
want to rebuild it with these smart cities and all. That's all they talk about.
yeah,
You
the
gotta
smart
listen
city,
to what they say at those meetings at the
right.
UN and the WEF and the IMF. You gotta listen to how they talk. They always talking about the smart cities in the future and how everything's gonna be surveillance and all. You gotta start listening to
Yeah,
what
and the
they
thing
actually
is,
telling
not,
us.
and then, you know what? That's the type of shit we got. Yo, subscribe to our 90 Day Network LLC channel because That's the
Right.
shit we're gonna get more into, where the
Facts.
future, where it's going in the future. That's the shit y'all need to know. Fuck all the shit that's happening now. It's all well and dandy to know what's going on now, but y'all need
Right.
to know what y'all what's about to come, what's about to be. So that's the shit we need to also get into, so people will know how to move
That's the
accordingly.
big agenda.
Yeah, because you got to know how, like, where you fit at in the vast of this shit that's to come. Where do you fit in that? Where do you and your family fit in the
Fact.
future of things? You know what I mean? So
They
that's what it's
planning for
about,
most of y'all not to be here.
basically. Yeah,
That's what they're planning because they always talking about depopulation
right,
also. So you gotta get it. So you gotta understand that they don't even want most of us to even be here anymore.
right.
So them tariffs is the reason why our prices are going up because we're stuck paying. And he's talking all this money that these tariffs is saving the country, but none of that money never goes to us.
Yeah, yeah. Don't try to. They gonna
That's
try.
going those
Yeah,
tariff money is going into Trump Trump's trust,
and he trying to
Trump
trick
family
off.
trust fund.
And he trying to trick off on the people at the end of the year with this with this corny ass. Oh, I'm about to give every American $2,500. Or
Man, that ain't
man,
shit.
you gonna give a nigga? You don't win one of them motherfucking breadcrumbs off the table, nigga. Where the millions at? Where the trillions at?
He's talking about all that money he made off tariffs, and our prices are high as shit now
Yeah, he
because
gonna
of
talk
these
about I'm
tariffs.
gonna get every American $2,500 or $2,400. Nigga, where the billions at?
And
Fuck
it
you
ain't
talking
got
about?
nothing to do with no Republican and Democrats. We'll be trying to tell y'all because Biden wasn't no better. Biden was no
Look,
better than Trump. None, all
listen,
of them are
I'm
scumbags.
nigga, I'm gonna put y'all on game. The nigga opened the border up. Biden opened the border up. Let all these people in, just so Trump could come along and bring this army they wanted to put out on the streets anyway. It's all a
Facts.
game. It's all a game. They use Biden to open the borders up, and they using Trump to put the military on the street.
Same thing they
That-
do with the
But
drugs. They
they,
ship
but
the
they,
drugs in just
but
so
it
they
ain't.
can arrest us when we
But
touch them.
peep, it ain't about. It ain't even about the motherfucking illegals and shit. They needed that to police the American people. Because you gotta
Facts.
realize American people, citizens still got guns. We still all own guns. And that's where, that's where the difference come between us and other countries. American citizens still got guns.
But we have to realize that a real revolution that would change things, you wouldn't even need guns to do that. You just need
You just need to
majority of the
change.
people saying no
No, right.
and just not complying.
Just saying no and have a gun while you saying no.
Well, there's nothing they could do against billions of people, even with their guns. And if you
Right.
kill everybody, you ain't gonna have nobody to govern. So it's a lose lose. So it don't even make any. You can say, oh well, they got nukes. They drop a nuke on us. Well, if you
Yeah,
kill everybody with a nuke, then you gonna kill yourself, or you gonna just be hiding out in the bunker while everybody else is dead, and you ain't gonna have nobody to govern anyway. You're gonna lose your
yeah,
power anyway. So that's a no
yeah.
go.
That Frog Down, yeah. ICE ain't going into the inner cities, bro. That's a war they don't want to fuck with. That's why they going out into other areas outside of the cities and doing. They ain't fucking with niggas in the city because they know they're gonna have a war on their hands trying to do that. Because certain cities, niggas don't give a fuck. They already got shot at in certain cities. Chicago, they ain't gonna come to Philly trying to police Philly because they gonna meet they gonna
Nah,
meet
they
they.
already in Philly.
Yeah, yeah, but I'm just saying they
They
ain't going.
already in Philly. They
They
just
not. Yeah,
they
but they
just
not. Yeah, but they not going. It's certain ways they moving when they go to the inner city. They not doing none of all that shit they doing in Minnesota and all that and Minneapolis. They ain't gonna do that shit in certain parts of in America in the cities where, because they going niggas don't give a fuck about none of that. They don't care about ICE and none of that shit.
man, niggas are scared as shit of the government.
I don't think so.
When it comes to killing and shooting each other, they cool with that. They the toughest in the world. But when as soon as the federal agent walk through their door, man, they piss on themselves. You man, like they real tough and hard. Like when it comes to killing another brother or another sister or something, like they real hard with that. Like they the toughest. Like you man, mean mug, tough over
Me,
breakfast,
right?
put you under the ground, park your car. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Butter
that's
your
the
toast.
funny
They
shit.
do all that. But as soon as that federal agent walk in, man, they shitting on themselves and
Right.
telling on their whole squad.
Telling everybody.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I mean, let's just be real. Niggas ain't those guns that niggas is using in the inner cities. The reason why
using
the
on
government
themselves, right?
is allowing
Mhm.
the guns to flow there because a lot of those guns are military grade. So
But
you know where they're coming from. They're coming from the government. The only reason why they let them flow there because they know they're not going to use those guns on the government, but use
right.
them on each other.
And the thing is, I know what they fear the most is the collective of white people waking up in this country, and because they the ones that's going to really make shit happen in this country anyway. Is those the white folk in this country that's going. I ain't talking about none of them January 6 motherfuckers that stormed the cat. I ain't talking about none of that scripted ass shit. I'm talking about these real middle of America white folks that's militia ready type shit. That's the shit they don't want to deal with. They don't want to deal with that shit. And that's why they building all these bunkers and shit, because they know it's gonna come. It's gonna point in time. It's gonna have to come to that, and they want to be, they want to make sure they're secure and safe and. Mm-mm. Yo, shout out to y'all that's gifted, man. Shout out to y'all that's gifting us in the chat. We appreciate all y'all support, all the people that support us. Make sure y'all shop at the website 9dayherbals.com. Matter of fact, while we on here, let me go ahead and run this commercial because this video is sponsored by our own website, 9dayherbals.com. So let me go ahead and run this commercial. We'll be right back. I don't know what the hell just happened. Hold on. Hey, what's going on here? Hold on, y'all. Oh, hold on. What the fuck am I doing?
Introducing the Night and Day Self-Care Collection. Pure herbal soap and body oil, crafted from high-quality natural ingredients. NightandDayHerbals.com.
Self-care starts here. Pure herbal soap, luxury body oil, high-quality natural ingredients. Shop the self-care collection now at NightandDayHerbals.com.
Yeah, make sure y'all hit up the website. We got all nice high quality herbal products from CBD in the form of pre rolls, you know, CBD cigarettes, vapes. We got lotions, soaps, body
Arms.
oils. Yeah, I mean, we got a lot of good stuff on there, a lot of high quality products on there. So make sure y'all shop with us, man. We definitely
Yeah.
appreciate all y'all that been supporting us, that been shopping with us and supporting. Yeah, I mean, we appreciate all that, man. And yeah, we had a point in time, man, where this is a time where motherfuckers gonna have to start waking up and wising up. These corporations, we ain't gonna be able to support them like we used to, man. We're gonna have to start supporting independent people that that's it's basically getting back to the basics, man. We getting back to the basics and getting back to the origins of shit because
Right.
these corporations been slapping our asses around for a century. You know what I
Paul.
mean?
Diddy.
Yeah, no Diddy, but yeah, they've been getting away with a lot of shit. You know what I
With
mean?
no Vaseline.
Because we basically basically gave up our convenience, for instant,
No, we gave up
gratification.
our liberty for
I mean, gave
convenience.
up our liberties for convenience. My bad.
Hell
Um,
yeah.
and then they just been running wild with it. They've been getting away with a lot of shit.
They turned
Yeah,
most of
yeah,
us into office slaves and slaves to these corporate. We just like bottom feeder slaves now. When way back in the day, people used to own their own land and harvest their own food and harvest their own resources, made their
mhm,
own clothes, made their own shoes, or they went to the man down the road who did that and they bartered services and traded and all that type of stuff. It's like that whole system is done because these
facts.
corporations took over. Now we enslaved to the corporations and they charging us. We can't even afford the products that we selling for them.
Right,
Yeah, I mean, it got to that point now, and that's where they always wanted it to go. Now they want to. Now eventually they're gonna want to bring in some universal basic income and all that, and say, oh, now everybody need to get the same income, and we could do that with this digital system. See,
right.
that's where everything is headed to. That's where we're gonna get into more in depth stuff on our other channel
Oh
about
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. Make sure y'all subscribe to
Niggas
Night
gotta
and Day.
understand where
Yeah,
things are going.
make sure y'all subscribe to Night and Day Network LLC too. That's our other channel. So if you put it in the search bar, make sure y'all, because we going into more in depth about this topic. Why this Epstein shit is going on, and it's a hot topic that gives us a area to tap into other shit that nobody's really talking about. Because a lot of people talking about the same shit, but they ain't really talking about nothing. You know what I mean? They ain't really going in depth about what's really going on. And then it might be because, you know, the certain audience they have might not, you know, might not be into, you know, some people just want the entertainment value of shit. They don't really want the in-depth, you know, information. But we get into the information, the real information. So that's the shit we people need to know.
And that's the
Night day,
problem.
you
People
know what
just
I mean?
want people just want they don't want to be educated about nothing. They just want entertainment. That's why nothing serious gets done.
Right,
Like that's another reason why people ain't being brought to justice. Because you got a lot they use these Epstein files, people just using it as entertainment.
right.
Yeah, like it's like, are you really serious? Do you really want to see these pedophiles and all of them? Do you really want to see them in jail, or you just using this, you know what I mean, as entertainment or as a time filler, just to sit around and talk about Epstein and nothing gets done? Like that's another distraction. That's what we telling y'all. Like it's just all a distraction. It's like you being entertained by it, but nothing really is getting done, and the problem is still there. And this is a serious problem we talking about here. Cause you got to think about it. Every time you pay taxes and all that, it's going to individuals like Epstein. Cause don't think that Epstein is the only one out there that was operating like this. Don't think that it's just Epstein out there that got an island and he the only one that did shit. We telling y'all there's multiple Epsteins out there,
Yeah, that's a fact.
and our tax dollars is going to fund that shit. So this is not entertainment.
There's more Epstein, more islands. Like it's just like, come on, this ain't where the buck stops at. Like, come on now. Like, you can be for real. Be for real. Be for real.
Yeah, we really backed ourselves up into a corner. uh the general public have, especially with this Epstein stuff, because we sitting back waiting for justice, and the people who's handling the Epstein stuff are the people who committed crimes with Epstein. So it's like you getting the files, you trusting files from the people who actually committed the crimes don't make no sense.
Right, right.
Like I don't understand that. Like what are we doing here? Like I'm the nigga that just committed the crime and I'm handing you a file based off the crimes that I just did.
Yeah, that don't make sense.
That don't make no sense, but that's what's happening because a lot of the people who's supposed to be sending these individuals to jail are the ones who actually committed the crimes. So what's happening here? What are we expecting them to do? Arrest themselves?
That's not
Arrest
gonna happen.
yourself immediately.
Yeah, that shit ain't gonna happen.
Arrest
That ain't,
yourself.
yeah, that's
You
not gonna happen.
pedophile, you this, you that. Arrest yourself. Slap the cuffs on yourself and go into jail and
Go
sit
into
there and
jail.
think about what
Yeah,
you
that
did.
right.
Like
That shit ain't
that
gonna
ain't
happen.
happening. That's just not happening.
So what you think they going? What you think they? You know, the mainstream motive is with this Epstein shit. As far as with these celebrity names and all this shit being released in the Epstein files, and what you think they ultimate
We
motive
we already
is?
said it. They the people that they're trying to get rid of are the people you going names going to be in there. You see, it's always low
Right,
level niggas, Jay-Z's and
right.
Pusha-T and Harvey Weinstein and shit. Bunch of
I
actors and
mean,
celebrities and
right.
movie, you know what I mean, movie guys and shit.
I
Like
mean, they
it's
true. They
the
did
only powerful, most powerful people they put in there is
Prince
niggas
Andrew.
like Prince Andrew
Yeah,
and William Barr. You
William
know,
Barr. Right,
like it's a couple names they could, you know what I mean, but everybody else is just expendable.
right.
People that they
So
can easily replace their positions.
yeah, I think it's gonna have to become a time where we just gonna have to start saying no. I think that's the solution, because people are always asking what the solution is. Might just start saying no, man. At this point, it's getting to a point where people gonna have to just start saying no. Like, we don't want to pay
Somebody said
taxes.
Bill Gates. Bill Gates is replaceable. They replacing him with Elon Musk.
Yeah,
They used to
yeah,
say
yeah.
Bill Gates was the richest in the world. Now it's Elon. Everything's about Elon Musk now. Elon this, Elon that. Elon is worth $500 billion. Elon is worth 10 times more than Bill Gates. And all that's all you hearing now. And you seeing Bill's name being thrown in mud more and more while Elon's is being exalted. That's their next guy. Cause you see they separating Elon from the Epstein shit. They making it clear to everybody that Elon never been to the Epstein
Yeah,
Islands or
it was a
ain't in any of
file.
the files or none of that.
Yeah, no, it was a file that recently came out.
We,
Elon was in the email asking, can he come to
bro, them emails.
Harvey
When you
Epstein?
read through those emails, you can't
Mhm.
tell me them shit don't seem fake.
Yeah, something seemed off about him. All right, so this
Because
is
if they're
one right
private
here
emails,
to Elon Musk. It says, understood. I will see you on St. Barth. A ratio on my island might make Talala uncomfortable. I don't know what the fuck they talking about, but this is Epstein sending an email to Elon Musk, basically telling him he would see him at St. Barth and the ratio on my island. Some shit. They trying to basically saying Elon asked Jeffrey Epstein, can he come to? He heard about the parties and shit that Epstein was throwing, and Elon wanted to attend one of his parties on the island. They basically curved him because he was like, I think they looked at him as some type of weirdo and shit. I guess they didn't trust him because he ain't really part of their whole circle. Elon's from a whole nother world. First of all, he's a South African. Not only that, he's from a whole nother, you know, he's basically from a whole nother circle people. He's like the technocrats and the nerd, the upcoming guy, and so they probably really didn't trust the nigga at that time. You know what I mean? Because right here, Elon said, "Do you have any parties planned?" This is supposed to be email from Elon Musk to Epstein. Do you have any parties planned? I have been working to the edge of sanity this year, and so once my kids head home after Christmas, I really want to hit the party scene at St. Bar's or elsewhere and let loose. The invitation is much appreciated, but a peaceful island experience is the opposite of what I'm looking for. So that's him sending, and then Elon replied saying, understood. I will see you at St. Bart's. The ratio on my island might make Talala uncomfortable or some shit like that. So yeah, that's what's in the media now. You know what I mean? All right, so I guess Elon replied, probably just Tulala and me. I don't know who the fuck Tulala is. I guess that's one of his chicks or somebody. He said, what day and night will be the wildest party on your island? That's what Elon asking, Epstein and shit. And Epstein said, just a reminder, Elon Musk was asking. So this nigga took and forwarded that email to his assistant. Um, Epstein forwarded that email to this nigga assistant and said, just a reminder, Elon was asking about coming to your island January 2nd. Let me see, Elon. All right, so Elon said, actually, I could fly back early on the 3rd. We will be in St. Bar's. When should we head to the island on the 2nd? So he's basically asking Epstein what time he should head to the island. He said, I need to fly back to LA on the night of the 2nd. Um, the 2 or 3 would be perfect. 2 or 3 will be perfect. That's guess this Epstein answering him. I will come and get you. So he basically is gonna send a private jet to come get him and all that shit. So yeah, so they just making it look like like Elon was asking to go to the parties and shit, which he probably was. I mean, he wanted to. You gotta think about it. If Epstein is the party guy, he like the Diddy of that world and shit. Like everybody want to go to an Epstein event, an Epstein party. They hearing about the wild shit. They hearing about the sex and
there's so many
the wild
questions.
shit.
Why
What?
would he email him that? Why would
Yeah.
he
Why
email
would
him
any?
that?
Yeah. Why would any of all that shit be in emails?
Why would that be in emails? And these old ass, you think these old ass motherfuckers is writing emails to each other rather than
Right.
just calling each other on the phone, on a secure line,
Yeah. Why would
or
think
meeting in
about it?
person?
Why a lot of this shit? Why a lot of the correspondence is through emails? Like that. Yeah. That shit don't make sense.
And then the emails don't sound like if they never want these emails to go public, then they won't be using language like their lawyer wrote it.
Well, yeah, right. You're right. They did say Hillary had a lot of emails which they destroyed. They allowed her to destroy them shits. So maybe they
Why
were,
would they be writing them
maybe
like
they
now?
were.
Those Hillary emails were different though.
Yeah, right.
They didn't seem
I mean,
like they
not.
was
I
written
mean,
by a lawyer and shit. Like they was talking like those were like because when you write an email, you write different emails different type of ways based on the
right,
situation context. Like why would Elon be writing a letter to Epstein, asking him could he come to his island, knowing what they do on that island, but writing it like it to a lawyer, like eventually it's gonna be released to the public or in the court. Like they be talking like personal, like yo, I heard y'all motherfuckers be having fun on that island. I'm trying to come. You know what I'm saying? Like they be writing the emails like that. Or like how Hillary was doing with the codes and all that. Yeah, the hot dogs. They yeah, they said
the
the
pizza.
president loves a lot of hot dogs and pizza, so we gonna bring some hot dogs and pizza through. It wasn't written like some shit that'll be that a lawyer would write or a
Right,
representative. It's just like
right,
it's a personal email.
right,
You know what I'm saying? So why do you like I don't trust these emails that's in these Epstein files, bro. I don't trust
right.
them shits because once again we dependent on the enemy, the motherfuckers who actually committed the crimes. We dependent
Yeah, I don't trust none of that shit.
on,
Right.
bro. I
And the
don't
thing
trust
is,
them.
you're right. You supposed to use that shit as, I feel like you got to use that as a tool to really get the real truth out there. Because I think a lot of that shit they putting in the Epstein files is not, a lot of that shit is smokescreen because, like you said, they're not gonna throw no real shit in there that's gonna, bring down industries, people that's head of industries and shit like that. Like, can you imagine? You know what I mean? Motherfuckers, you know, the head of oil companies and shit, corporations that's in, or black motherfuckers from BlackRock being in that the Epstein file. That's what I'm saying. Like, they not gonna put no real people in there that's ahead, that's running shit, because they, a lot of these industries will collapse by tomorrow if they names was ever to get out. So they just throwing this a bunch of people that they plan on, getting rid of anyway. Just think about that. Can you imagine them putting, what I'm saying, like, real names of people that's ahead of industries that'll collapse if they names was ever to get out? Like, they ain't gonna do that shit. They throwing you motherfucking Bill Clinton and shit. Bill Clinton been out the fucking game. He ain't in the game like that no more. These niggas is old. They out the way. They ain't really running shit. Like, that don't make sense. Yeah, this shit don't
As
make
far as
sense.
I'm concerned, they all on them islands.
Right.
Every last one of them motherfuckers. So we ain't taking nobody's side when it comes to this. All them motherfuckers was on that island doing whatever they wanted to do. And if they wasn't on that island, they knew about it. Because everybody within the government knew who Jeffrey Epstein was for years.
Hmm.
Every politician every businessman and every politician who was somebody knew who Epstein was because he worked with all them motherfuckers. And it's just how it is.
Yeah,
And they knew what he
right.
did. They knew his game. And then you got people coming out saying what these higher ups do, how they use babies for currency and all this type of stuff, drinking blood and all this weird shit that they do. All the human
Yeah,
experimentation and all that. Like you gotta think about it. Like all this stuff been coming out. So people knew what they were doing. And I'm talking about the general public knew, and definitely the politicians and the business people knew because they the ones was behind it. So they all knew, and the ones who wasn't behind it, they either getting blackmailed for some other stuff that they did. Because you gotta understand, there's levels to even the scandals. Like
yeah,
some
like you
people
said,
could
right.
just be in the government getting blackmailed for some shit, just like for cheating on their spouse or something, and that would make them look bad, and they won't be able to get office again, or they have to resign from power.
Yeah,
So they don't even have to
right.
be as nothing as bad as eating babies. It could be something just as bad as someone cheating on their spouse, and they gotta have a certain image being a politician for your community. You gotta have, some of them gotta have that upstanding citizen, Christian father, brother, mother. You gotta have that upstanding image to even hold office. So even a little scandal can F people up. So
All
they
right.
so if they had information, they've been spying on these politicians and spying on these people that's in power, and they could blackmail them with that information.
All right.
Like
Yeah, a
this is
lot.
going to be released
Yeah,
to the press, or how we send these freaky pictures to your wife and stuff like
yeah,
that, or your husband.
expendable shit. Yeah, a lot of
Yeah,
these just expendable. A lot of these people they throwing in that's out now that names is in the media, they all expendable. Like just
right.
think about all the people they naming in the media. Bill Gates from the Bill Gates, the Jay-Z's, all these different, you know, William
Yeah,
Barr, all these
hey,
different people, these people are expendable. Like they ain't nothing to get rid of these motherfuckers. They ain't nobody really, you know, they just basically a face and influence. And well, people ain't really buying into that shit no more like that. So these people it's expendable. Like, but
right,
they ain't gonna throw, leaders of countries and leaders of certain corporations, and they not gonna throw their names in there, even though them motherfuckers is like the most wickedest people on the planet.
right.
They ain't gonna throw their name in their name ain't gonna be in the Epstein files.
I guess they did throw Prince Andrew name in there,
Yeah, but he was
but
already expendable to his brother. His brother made him
that's
expendable.
that's another whole live stream right there, obviously.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. I mean, when it comes, like I said, when it comes to that government, they guilty until proven innocent. I don't care what nobody say, bro.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
that
they
government
just did a
stupid,
lot of
bro.
yeah, they just did a lot of shit, bro. Like with this the like running the debt up to $38 trillion. Auditing the Pentagon like 8 times, and the trillions of dollars is being ran out the back door of the Pentagon and sending trillions to the other countries, and you know basically sending all our tax dollars to other countries and shit like that. I mean, still trying to squeeze money out that America should. Yeah, that's crime. Yeah, that's some criminal shit, bro. They got us based. They just running this shit like organized crime, and we all basically kicking upstairs to the fucking boss. Yeah, they got us kicking upstairs to the boss. Working hard and shit. You got motherfuckers out here working 2, 3 jobs, and that shit ain't even adding up. Price of everything too high. You know what I mean? And shit just ain't adding up. So all this Jay-Z shit, man, all this shit is smokescreen shit, bro. Niggas, like we don't even know what the fuck Jay-Z did. We don't know what the fuck this nigga did. We don't know if this nigga guilty, innocent, guilty. That's why we ain't claiming what the now. We don't know what the nigga did. I know it can't be worse than what the fuck these other figures in this world that's running this operation is doing. They trying to throw us these Diddy's and Jay-Z's. Meanwhile, the Catholic Church getting away with motherfucking Vatican, Catholic Church. You know what I mean? The deep state, they in more into some diabolical shit, but they trying to throw us these weak ass celebrities. Like they the motherfuckers that's doing like, man, we know it's bigger fish to fry out here. They throwing these weak ass
Right?
celebrities.
They lock R. Kelly and Diddy up for being freaks,
Right. Like they throwing these weak ass celebrities. Like, nah,
and going after Jay. I don't even know what they claim Jay Z do. He was just there. He
they
was
just
there
say
with
he was
with
there with Harvey
Weinstein
with
and Epstein.
Weinstein. Yeah, they just basically the chick said she woke up and just seen like how the fuck we know she seen it was Jay-Z? How we know it was her she seen? Jay-Z she seen.
Just the undesirables. Those are the
Shit
undesirables. The
crazy.
Weinsteins, the Jay Z's, the Diddy's, the R. Kelly's, the Bill Cosby's. Those are the undesirables from the club. Or they like we could get rid of these niggers and this one over here. We could get rid of them. We don't need
Right.
these people anymore.
Yeah,
R.
they
Kelly,
basically
need R. Kelly
motherfucking
more.
Billy Ray Valentine for Duke and Duke.
Right.
Yeah, they the Billy Ray Valentine. You think we want a nigger the head of our department?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And
Some
50,
motherfucker.
don't think just because they let you do them little documentaries and shit, you next, nigga.
Right.
Right after you do their bidding with the documentaries, next thing you know, your name gonna end up in those files.
Right.
Because they can
Or
add whoever name
somebody's
they want in
files.
those files. Somebody's files. They could,
Somebody's
the thing
files.
is with those files, just think about what they doing and what they could do with those files. since they the wicked motherfuckers that's supposed to be getting arrested, but they got the files. They got control of the files. Just think about what they could do with the control of those files. All the names they could add and all the fake audio and fake
That's what I
video.
said. What did I say earlier on this stream? They weaponizing the Epstein files, bro.
Right.
Not only against celebrities and other people they want to get out the way, but they weaponizing it against the people too, because they want to keep us distracted with this shit.
Yeah,
They
don't think that
weaponize this
they,
shit.
you know what I mean? That you on their side and they on your side, nigga. Just because they letting you do them little Netflix propaganda documentaries and all that, they let you eat just so to get the niggas out of the way. Then you do it. Well, we got one nigga left.
Yeah.
And it be you.
Yeah, they next they
Give me the
gonna,
last.
they gonna Oprah and shit, they gonna, they gonna want shit, they gonna want to tap into with Oprah and shit. Try to,
Oh yeah, cause they do, yeah, cause they love using niggas like 50, Oprah, Gail to get
mhm.
rid of other niggas. Think about it. They gonna use, but then they become expendable.
Yeah, they
Then they become expendable. After they do their job, then they're like, we don't need them anymore neither.
it's crazy. Yeah, so all this smoke screen and shit, bro. I'm like, yeah, we know what the fuck they doing. They just trying to distract us from what the real is, and we gonna tap into it. Fuck all that, cause
Yeah, man. So man, if y'all haven't already, man, make sure y'all smash that like button, man. Get this video out there. Get these likes up. Make sure y'all double tap the screen.
yeah, put
Share
it.
this. If y'all want to support, man, you go head over to nightandayherbals.com. Get yourself some of our natural herbal products that we got over there. We got CBD and we got pain balms and we got body butters and baby oil.
Diddy
Body
oil,
oil. But we
body
got
oil.
Diddy
Ain't got
oil
no
over
Diddy
there.
oil.
And we got natural Diddy oil over there. It's like, no. But yeah, man.
Diddy
Make sure
oil.
you head over there and keep supporting. That's how we sponsor this show with our own products. Because we don't want to be told what to do.
I hate to be
We go-
told what to do.
Right. So make sure y'all, continue to support. And we about to be up out of here. But make sure y'all go subscribe to our Night and Day Network channel because we're gonna be dropping more stuff over there, going
Yeah,
live
we
over
gonna go
there
live
too.
on there
So
tomorrow. So yeah, we going
Night and
live
Day
on there.
Network LLC.
Yeah, we gonna go live on there tomorrow. Night Day Network LLC. Y'all, you know what I mean? Make sure y'all subscribe. We will be live on there.
We gonna go further in depth into this stuff because it'll take a million live streams, man. We still won't get through all this information. It's a lot of stuff that's
Mhm.
just being left, and a lot of stuff that they're leading us to, but distracting us with all this Epstein and all that type of stuff. We need to be paying attention to what the magicians are doing, because that's
Right.
exactly what they are. They magicians for
Yep.
sure. So man, yeah, we want to thank
Appreciate
y'all,
y'all.
man. Yeah, for sure. Thank y'all
Yeah,
for coming through and tuning in, man.
all right, we're gonna catch y'all. We're gonna catch y'all up on the next one. All right.
Introducing the Night and Day Self-Care Collection. Pure herbal soap and body oil, crafted from high-quality natural ingredients. nightandayherbals.com.
Self-care starts here. Pure herbal soap, luxury body oil, high-quality natural ingredients. Shop the self-care collection now at nightandayherbals.com.